Question I just got in was, what do I do if my parents won't take my advice and they're not listening to me and they're not moving out of the house and I really feel like they need to go to assisted living? Well, it can happen. It can happen where your parents start to become a hazard to themselves, like a fall risk, for example, or if they start to get dementia, they could start wandering, things like that. But what if you want them to move, but they don't want to move? What do you do in those circumstances? Well, of course, to the extent that you can convince them to move and make it their own idea, that's the best scenario. But if they won't do that, well, what do? Let's say you're the power of attorney. You've got a medical power of attorney and financial power of attorney for your parents. Can you force them to move? No, you can't force them to move because a power of attorney acts in conjunction with the person. They're not giving up anything. They're just allowing someone else to also act on their behalf. So if they really won't move, and despite you attempting to convince them to move and they won't do it, well, then it's probably time for court intervention. And to do that, it often requires what's called a guardianship. It can be a limited guardianship, but basically what happens is someone goes to court, oftentimes a child, goes to court and says, hey, court, my parents, they are no longer safe to be by themselves, and we really need to move them. We need to get them out of their house and into an assisted living facility or a memory care unit, whatever the case may be, for their own safety. And then in that case, if the court agrees, then they're going to appoint you as the guardian, and then that allows you to then move them out of the house. Now you've got the actual legal authority. If you've got any questions about guardianships or this tough question about helping parents learn that it's time to move out of the house, feel free to post it below. Also love to get your thoughts. If you've been able to talk your parents into getting out of the house, love to hear from you as well. Bill Henry from Robinson Henry, and I'll talk to you next time.